does he pay you for murdering me? Tell Baker that I told him all that I...
So you notice the crazy thing about this tool is that in order to have a conversation with you guys, all I gotta do is pop it open and talk. I was like, dude, what am I gonna do this morning if I just want to talk to people? Because I can't just talk, right? I have to do something. So, you know, let's pop open the demo files and let's just start jumping through these babies, right? Because I get a lot of comments that are like, yo, dog, I wish there's a short video. And I'm like, I wish that finishing a mesh was short, but it's not. It really isn't. All right, so we're going to click on the Insolve logo, then we're going to click on the actual Insolve logo. Little pun there. Sorry, I just love logic errors in life. And also I sound like I'm probably deeper in mornings because I haven't drank any water. So, you know, this is the part where I can sound like Ryu and say, hello guys. And if that's a good Ryu, let me know, all right? Because I've been practicing for a long time so that I could someday creep up behind him and be like, what's going on, guys? You know, and I'm hoping that I capture his spirit when I do that, you know. So I'm like, what's going on, guys? And it's him and Josh, and totally will mess them up, all right? So I'm just solving the logo. Look, I solved this thing for fun. People are like, how do you use the tool? I'm like, let me show you the logo. The logo is engineered to be solved. That's it. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying the logo is here to be solved. Listen, the people who are writing me and they're saying, hey bro, I'm migratory. You have my attention. Now, when you also are like, hey bro, I need an input related thing to make my journey very nice. Believe me, I'm listening. You are listed. And the next time that Team B is on the clock, you will be satiated. Or at least we will attempt to. I mean, I don't want to make lofty promises like some sort of politician, but I am telling you, Insolve is built to please the people who use it. And that you may not be pleased right now, but you will be pleased. And I say that only because I have watched it through Hard Ops' adventure and with Box Cutter's adventure. And so now I'm fully confident that we can provide a adventure for users who are using our tools, like an experience that possibly transcends tools and time, where in the end we all are holding the Soul Calibur. You know, when Soul Calibur 2 happened, everyone got a Soul Calibur, even Link, but he didn't get to take it back to his game universe with him because Link is an interloper, all right? He's not supposed to be in the Soul Calibur universe. Neither is Necrit, neither is Spawn, all right? Neither is Hitachi. But look, that's a talk for another day. But here's the thing. I want everybody to have their own Soul Calibur, you know? And what will we do with that Soul Calibur? Will we fight each other with it? Who knows? But if you're one of these Maya users or just a migratory customer and you're writing me and you're like, hey bro, I just need this one little thing. Hey, even if I don't respond, I read the message, listed it, and am furiously planning for it. Like, in fact, I may not have responded because I'm so busy trying to furiously plan for it. Because look, if you want something small, hey, who am I to stand in your way? Except, I guess being tool daddy, right? So I need to get that thing done for you. Sorry, I was about to cough there. But I truly care. You know, and that's why there's these jokey videos where I'm saying, yo, I care. It's because I care. I really do care. And this part of modeling that we're about to dive into is a hard part of modeling. So the video is going to be hard. It's going to be the hardest video. And really, one day I want you to look back and think, hey, what if MX would have just stayed offline? Because I would have just stayed offline. I would have released the tool and I would have just let everybody elevator pitch it, and it would have been great. You guys would have got it, except that y'all wouldn't have really got it. And that's what I worry about. I worry about people not getting what the tool's about. You know, I've had so many affiliate related situations in the past, and my least favorite ones are when people are basically dishonestly pitching what the product does and what the product truly is. They're like, hey bud, this is an easy button. Look, I'm not Andrew Price. I didn't make an easy button, guys. What I made is a button to get you into hard mode. And we need hard mode. Is your life boring? Is your life devoid of joy? Are games boring because modern gaming? Then get into Insolve. Let's solve some meshes. A couple of really great games are coming. Let's fight the distraction of those games by becoming better modelers. Let's model our lives out, because we're modeling for our lives here. And what does that mean? I hope to show what that path means to be a modeler and modeling for your life. So we continue on with this, and you know, the funniest thing to me really is all of my friends asking me like, hey, are you on cocaine? And me being able to say, no, you've never seen me on cocaine. Look, I have this thing that I always say where, look, I'm not trying to die accidentally over a toilet, alright? And because of that, I'm not into that, alright? I am just into candy. And also other things, but also mainly candy. And also mainly video games. Like, I am very into video games. But you might know that because I'm over here making Soul Calibur jokes in the middle of a modeling tutorial. But listen, my woman loves it. No, she doesn't. She hates it. She hates that. She hates me. But look, that's part of the humor. My goal was to come back and basically do experimental Blender humor. You know, because when you're modeling, where does your mind go? Maybe it doesn't go to the same place mine goes. In which case, hey, you either maybe want to or maybe don't want to model with me. Which is fine. That is totally fine. No pressure. And that is understandable, but I do want the sales pitch of this tool to be realistic. I want people to know, hey, you're gonna struggle by design, and you know, by the very fact that solving is not easy. You know, if you're waiting for it to become easy, you know, let's wait for a machine to solve it, you know? In fact, let's all just wait for a machine to solve everything. And I'm not even being sarcastic. It's a play on a joke I always say, where people are always like, hey, don't even bother doing this, machine did it. I'm like, I'm not machine, I am me, so I still have to try. I just got to ask machine for forgiveness, alright? Because I do care. I care. I'm not that type of guy. I'm just a guy trying to make ideas and solve problems, and by the end, you will be convinced of it. You'll be like, please stop solving meshes. You are dying, sir. And that, to me, is a form of hilarity. And also, this solve isn't the greatest solve. The fun thing about this tool, to me, is just getting in and trying experimental solutions. Like, you know, what we're trying may work, may not work, but we're getting in here and exploring, and that's what these files are about. You know, when you first purchase the tool, you might gloss over it and you're like, yo, I'm just gonna jump in and start solving my own work. Well, hey, I'm not judging you, but you are kind of bypassing the intended method, which, you know, I'm not judging, but listen, solve a thing, solve a little thing, just a little solve, just a little power solve. We almost named this tool Quintic Power Solve, which I love the name of, but you know, just didn't want it to roll off the tongue infinitely. Just me and the Quintic boys getting Quintic with meshes, so you know, that just didn't roll off the tongue. So we're called Insolve, still named after a math function that I don't know what it means, but it just sounds cool, right? Like, that's the whole thing about name and design. To me, just having a cool name doesn't even matter if it makes sense. Like, who knows? Maybe an Insolve is never mind. Can't do dog whistling in videos, even though it is the funniest, because hey, you never know what you get when you throw out a line. And we're just having fun here. Society is getting into a melty state, which is unusual, and as a result, we have to be a little bit more mobile in our thinking and creative in this world, because you know, the cold food of capitalism and all that. So with this mesh, the normals are flipped, but Analyze doesn't tell us that. We have to flip the normals, and now we get a passable result. Passable. Alright, and so from here, we're just solving this piece and just having a little fun. You know, I just want to have a conversation, because, you know, I don't want people to think that I'm actually insane, because then people won't be talking to me, and that would actually suck. Look, I'm just having fun, guys. Like, I'm really trying to have fun. Like, instead of be all boring and straight-laced and like content that people aren't interested in, I'm trying to just make it a little more interesting. So for this, I got rid of the weighted normal and I got rid of the auto smooth, and we're just applying the modifier and we're just cleaning things up. I am excited for the next assets. Like, look, those last assets whooped my ass. But you know what my biggest regret was? That they were boxy. All right. Look, if I may just talk frank, look, I did not come back to do boxy assets. This is the only thing I'll probably regret saying on video. Look, I do get offended when people are like, yo, you can only model box. And I'm like, they don't know me. Dude, I spend all my day thinking about curves and curve related accessories. Like, I'm a weirdo. Like, I'm not like Machine. I didn't make a tool about curves. He did, and you should go pick it up. Curve Machine, out now. Just kidding. I think it is out. Of course it's out. Curve Machine, out now. Where all Blender products are sold, Blender Market. In fact, I talk, that's another thing I talk to people about. They're like, what market should I use? Blender Market is Blender Market, and I love Blender Market. They're my favorite platform. Not because they're the best, but because they have a willingness to continue to improve. Because when they are sent an email, they respond, and whenever you need to talk to them, they're there for you on the phone. And these things do matter. Sometimes you need reassurance that, we're about to do dirty talks. Like, dang, Market, yeah, I need to talk to you on the phone, bro. So yeah, Blender Market is the market for you. If you want a market that actually cares about people, look, Gumroad will never talk to me on the phone. In fact, I have horror stories about getting my identity stolen and Gumroad basically being somewhat apathetic. If I may be even more, tea-spilly about marketplaces, Gumroad will remove you like a leaky faucet if you complain too hard. So if you were to basically get scammed and have your identity stolen, they do reserve the right to just remove you as a squeaky wheel. I call it squeaky wheel because, you're squeaking, get that wheel out of here. I don't need a squeaky wheel, get me a non-squeaking wheel. And look, that's scary. These sort of things are scary. Like, look, I'd never want to, create my own platform because then I'd be dealing with scammers and identities and discounts and sales and all this stuff. And I just wouldn't deal with that. I would just focus on modeling. Like, look, if you take anything away from this video, I'm a guy who loves modeling. I'm a guy who loves modeling. How much do I love modeling? My real life is a disaster. It is a complete disaster. But my modeling is better than ever. So really, I'm winning, baby. I'm winning. And that is it. Like, there's so much in life I'm unhappy about, but modeling isn't one of them. My skills, I do want them to improve. I feel I suck. I always am telling myself, I am terrible. To quote Christianity dogma, I am nothing in the eyes of the Lord. All right. So, as a result, I must make myself worthy. And, if you're watching this, you're thinking, dog, you're already worthy. No. First of all, you are possibly unworthy, and you must prove yourself worthy. Like, let's get in here and move some polygons. Like, I'm just grabbing edges and moving. This is supposed to be a tutorial. I just want to basically thank the people who are saying, like, hey, this is what I need. Because when you say that, very clear, very succinct, very sharp, zero misinterpretation. Zero misinterpretation. And I love that. When people are very linear, very sharp, they're like, hey, I need this. I can put that on a task and I can give that to a man. And that is precisely what I'll do with any tasks that you give me that are reasonable. The goal isn't to make another hard ops, all right? And you might be thinking, oh, that's impossible. You won't make another hard ops, but no, it's not in the cake. This tool's goal is to be accessible. And accessible isn't easy to use for everyone. It just means like easy on the hands after 5 o'clock. When you're tossing back a few Cosmos. Speaking of which, I ended up having Cosmos at that birthday party I went to, or when I went out with my friends. I had a few Cosmos, and we had a good old time. I was sitting there playing Steam Deck, ignoring everybody, and in the end, the music was bopping. That's what happened. I was like, hey, I don't know a lot about music, but I do know a lot about certain musicians. So, first of all, if you play Olivia Newton-John, it's over. It's over. Like, look, I actually know too much about Olivia Newton-John. I actually really, really love Olivia Newton-John. In fact, I'm only saying it because my girlfriend's nowhere near me. But, her physical music video, like when she died, I started watching physical every single day. Because you know, you never know what you've lost until you've lost it. And guys, we lost freaking the girl who sung Physical. You know what's funny about that song is she did not know about all the innuendo of the song. And as a result, when it was trending, she wanted it to be, and also there wasn't such thing as trending back then, but when the song was taking off, she wanted it removed. Like, she wanted it off of the airwaves. She's like, this is not my image. But the song had already taken off. And as a result, she was just a hostess overnight of America, just in the spotlight. And you know, I just love those facts about the song, and it's just such a great song. I think there was a joke in there where she tries to hit on one of the guys, but she didn't know that all of them were gay. I forgot the fun fact part of that, but just so much about her. Just you know, we'll not get that back in this world. Like, I'm gonna have to go watch the Grease Mega Mix after this, just because, you know, I'm a guy who's just missing. I was about to say I'm a guy missing guys, missing many guys, but no, that's a joke, of course. But I am a guy often thinking about the past and memories and, you know, legacy, and not my own legacy. I created my legacy when I created Hard Ops, just playing. That'd be funny to say. That's part of the Songiverse, is that's the greatest tool. It's my greatest tool. It's my greatest thing ever done. And I refuse to accept that, of course. That's why it's a joke to me. I do want to create other things. I want to create more, and I want to be more proactive with the things that I endeavor to do. So if you think that I've gone crazy, I've really just, I got up and was like, yo, I have a dream, and I'm going to try to go for it. And, you know, I get that the world will say, yo, your dream? Major stupid. It's like, yeah, I know. I never presented myself as a genius. In fact, all I am, guys, is a tool strategist. I'm probably not the best guy for the position that I'm in, but I am a tool strategist. That means that my job is to strategize the tools to ensure, like, dude, if these tools die, dude, you can blame me. Look, I don't even want to say this on video. You can firebomb my house. Don't do that, please, because me and my family will be inside. But look, these are the things, these are what I call the implications. Like, when these tools were born, I knew I was the custodian of their life, and that, hey, if you don't see any value in that, and you're like, yo, MX is talking out of his butt, look, it is very easy to let a tool die. It's very easy to let a dream die. And, you know, the only reason these tools live on is because of the users. Like, I'm not saying I am so great that I kept the tools alive. Like, it is the users that keep the tool alive. And, you know, throughout Hard Ops, I think one of the things I enjoyed the most was seeing people enjoy the events. Like, whenever we would have like a new release and the product would go through like its kind of rush period, everyone would be throwing their ideas in. Like, yo, what about having to do this? Like, what about having to do that? And, you know, I was taking note. I'm like, yo, these people are really enjoying this. Like, and other people come in later all the time. They come in after the sprint period and they're like, yo, can I get in on a sprint? It's like, no, everybody's resting because I killed them. So no, we have to wait till the next sprint. And this one, I'm saying we're going to organize it to be event based. Like, and that way we're productive and we end with a specific result at the end. You know, we work on it together through logic, and rules will prevail. That's not how they said it on It's Always Sunny. Reason will prevail. There we go. I was goofing up. But I care about that. I care about that dialogue with users, to have a conversation and to make a product that way. You know, instead of me being introverted, because I can't stress that that is so easy. It's my comfort food to basically go away. In fact, y'all can start tormenting me if I go away. Y'all can just be like, hey, you eating donuts, powdered donuts over there? Because I just might. I love powdered donuts. I mean, these are all the things that I've given up in life. Like, I've given up everything that I consider joy, like dopamine. Like, for a while, I was literally spending all day in the Vision Pro, which is great because I use it for work, like working. Like, I use it for add-on based work. Like, not even joking. Like, I was going to show how basically I made so much just in this headset. Like, people are like, yo, this headset's worth no money. Apple's selling it for so much because it is worth so much money. Like, Apple is kind of worthless, all right? So look, I'm not trying to, you know, if my girl was here, she would make sucking sounds and make fun of me, and I would say, girl, that is vulgar. You shouldn't say that about men. But also, hey, she's right, and that's why I say that she's, you know, I just screwed her up. Like, there was a time when I asked her what kind of phone she wanted, and I got her an Android, and she got the best Android, and as a result, she's just rubbing in her face that her phone is kind of old, but also like top of the line. And it's like, leave me alone before I test your phone's warranty program. But, you know, Apple is always worth watching, you know, especially this time, because they almost had the world in the palm of their hand, and instead they proved that they are incapable of holding it in their hand. And what I mean by that is, you know, I had a call with Chip a long time ago. He was like, listen, so-and-so's a glorified accountant. And I didn't know what that meant. I was like, Chip is just talking that smack, that old man smack, you know? Boy, if Chip wasn't right, oh man. They literally was like, hey, to develop on our platform, give us $2,000 a month. Listen, I didn't get the Vision Pro to be a Vision Pro user. I got the Vision Pro to be a contributor to the Vision Pro, like, mythos and ecosystem. So when a thing is, imagine if developing for Blender costs $500 a month, what that would do to Blender development, like to be on the add-on side of things. Like, that is the equivalent of what was happening, or what had happened, and that is just terrible. It's just terrible, and that is what was going on with the Vision Pro. Like, at the deep down, like, you want to know, like, the most terrible thing is that, like, I was a man with a dream. You know, when I saw it and I saw that you could dial out reality, my first thought was, oh my god, racists are going to love this. And to show you the type of guy I am, I'm like, yo, we could make an app for racist people. Because look, if you can turn off reality, then why not turn off people? Why not turn off an entire group of people? And you're like, wow, Max, that's terrible. Why would you contribute to the rot of the world? Look, these people are racist anyways, look, and you can't convince them. And if they're racist, who cares? We're getting into thought policing, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your thoughts are. If they're public, that matters. Like, yeah, I need to beat you with a shoe or a hammer or something for having terrible, insidious, cantankerous thoughts. But, you know, other than that, you are also a customer, and customers en masse can be served. And, you know, as I balance and question your moral flexibility over the course of these videos, maybe we'll find out, like, hey, where's your morals end and where's opportunity begin? Because I always make the joke with people, hey, you willing to clean up the mesh of a giant-breasted anthropomorphic rabbit? And people just laugh. They just laugh, and the laughing is them failing a job interview. All right, that's what's funny about it. And I understand that, of course. No, I'm not going to retopo models that my mother won't even be able to look upon. But she will be able to look upon them, especially when you're paying your rent. I mean, I'm just joking here. And if you're like, yo, let me get in on the anthropomorphic pornographic rabbit game, then, hey guys, MX here, ready to pitch to you the smuttiest game ever conceived, just playing. But this is a joke that I do on the Discord with the people that hang out. You know, we just talk about various opportunities in CG, and one of my favorite ones is talking about this one, because I come from a very crude world, guys. Like I can't even express it because it will make me look bad. But I came from a world where there's churches on every corner, and just everybody was mad Christian. It was like living in the Inquisition, except no one was living what they preached. Like, it was just hollow Christianity, guys. And that sounds cruel. You know, if you know me, you're Christian, you're like, oh, that's terrible. But look, if I were Christian, I would be the best Christian ever. That's what Donald Trump would say if he were pitching being a Christian. All right, so let us jump over to the next mesh. We're just talking, guys. You don't have to watch these videos. I am not saying, yo, bro, did you watch this video? Dude, first of all, I'm not retopoing this mesh. Like, I'm not. Look, I'd rather stop talking than retopo this mesh. All right, just saying. I don't want to no, I'm playing. I'm just talking smack. All right, so let's get in here and just start cleaning up this mesh. This mesh has mirror serendipity. So it's like, how do we get this cleaned up? And this is the purpose of the demo files in the suite. The suite's so sweet. The tool's so hot, you can, never mind. Listen, my pitch writing for these tools never ends. I'm just permanently talking about the pitches of these tools. Just in a jokey way, not pitching them to people. Like when you meet me in person, I actually do not care about pitching the tools. Like when people are like, yo, I don't got the tool. Hey, there's a party about to start. And all I'm hearing is you're not going to be at the party. So let's get you to the party. That's my, when you meet me on a personal level, just showing you that, just my obsessions are very different. Like, when I'm hanging with the boys and we're just talking about modeling, and the boys can be anybody, I'm telling you, I have so much fun on the Discord. Like, we've been up all night talking about just lore, and I was so happy when I got up today. I was like, dude, I'm about to model something crazy. So, I mean, this video is for me to say, like, hey, those last models whooped my ass, alright? And so I gotta pick what my next battle is. I want to pick a battle that everyone's like, yo, I am into this. I am going to watch this content. I'm going to watch this series. That's the stuff I'm looking for. So if you're like trying to throw me a suggestion, right? I need to cross 8 different fan bases and need to also be appealing on a 3D level at the same time. And I know this is a lot to ask for. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm saying me personally, this is what I'm going for in content. Like, I'm trying to do content that will be enjoyed, not even by 3D fans. So, when you're talking about doing an asset from a TV show or something like that, like, the only thing I'm looking for is how do I make it appeal to normies, because I want them to look at 3D the same way I look at people do the Excel championships. All right, it's messed up that there's Excel championships, but modeling is just forgotten about. All right, look, if modeling needs a villain, I will be the Shin Akuma, godly best in the world. 1D, don't even talk, bro. Don't even talk, 1D, just leave. Look, if you're here in the comments, 1D, just leave. 1D is so insane, guys. I will link his video in the damn description, but look, when I see him in the comments of the tool, my thought is, oh my lord, I will never, ever get his cell, ever. Because he's a topo lord. He's a topo daddy. Like, I would just start just playing his video up on screen, but I think it would be a hack to show myself not working and to show someone else working, which I do want to do. I want to do a type of content around that. But look, I'm not trying to hack it, guys. I'm not trying to hack it. Like, I watch people do podcasts and all this stuff. Like, I watch so many things. Like, I am all over the internet. I'm everywhere in every pie. Like, the Masters Xeon multiverse. That is me. Like, I am lurking everywhere, and I'm just watching. I'm just watching everything happen. I'm not even saying that in an ominous way. I'm just saying, like, that's my hobby. My hobby is voyeurism, and which every time I say that, it makes it dirty, which was a funny topic yesterday. I was like, wait, so I can't look through a window at you doing anything? Like, dude, I looked through your window of you baking a cake, voyeuristically, and it's just dirty. It's just funny. I'm inundated with the hilarity of English language. I know it's stupid, but just words and their innuendos and just, I don't know, I just find it funny. It's just funny to me. Not like in a collegiate, I should be a professor way. Just, I'm a literal dummy, all right? And I just have fun with crass potty humor. Like, I'm not saying make potty jokes. I don't like joking about literal pots or literal potty related situations. That's not funny. Like I said, when I went to Portland, there was a lot of human evacuation on the ground, and the speed at which it was left was concerning, all right? It's one thing to, what the hell, all right, guys? And this is because this mesh is so trashy. You see how the normals are just flipped? They're just not right. And so we look at this mesh, and these connections are impossible to make because this mesh is overlapped demonically. Like, that's why we can't even make that connection. What's going on with this mesh? And that's what's funny about this particular file, is that we are dealing with a problematic element that is just, I call it life by Marshall Mathers. All right, we want to shift click, and now we've forced the knife in. So let's try to delete the face, and let's try to remove the doubles. And look, this mesh is not supposed to be fun. And that's the purpose. Like, if you're watching me do this, and you're watching me solve a mesh that is basically screwed, look, I'm doing that for you guys. Like, I had perfect meshes and perfect examples and perfect scenarios that had 0 issues. And I was like, yo, if they saw me fix things, broken things over and over, they'll get it. Like right here, that shouldn't pop out that far. That is too far, and I don't like it. All right. And, you know, I'm trying to get this to move out, but it's like, what direction is that, you know? And this is where we start needing to play with our new friend, Rake. Now, Rake isn't completely ready yet, but it is probably it's going to be in the next update. And we are just getting it fine-tuned to be the successor. You know, like me, I look at the project tools and I'm like, hey, why are there 5? Why are there 5 when I only need 1? Why is there not one perfect project tool? Like, when I say that this party's getting started, like, I mean, like, we're gonna notice things, we're gonna get down to these patterns, be like, listen, why is this way? Like, we're gonna question the universe, and then we're gonna try to change it. We're gonna try to change some things, and the questions will get deeper and deeper, and these solves will get faster and faster. Like right here, solving this would have been problematic because project loop basically failed, and as a result, its successor is born. So right now you're seeing like the prototype, but I just want y'all to know, like 24 hours a day, like when I'm off video, talk time, tool time. Like, it's like boxing. I'm boxing in the ring, getting beat up by meshes. All right, these meshes are not, dude, I'm not winning. All right, if you think I'm winning, thank you. But I don't think I'm winning. All right, I think I'm losing. I'm modeling out here, and I'm trying to set that up. I'm trying to be a big old loser modeling, so that way I can rise, I can exceed what I was. Like, that's my goal, is I want to. And so I truly regret that Stellar's gun wasn't done before the tool came out. I regret that so bad. Like, I was embarrassed when I realized that I didn't do one of the models from the tool, because, and even more embarrassing was finding out that the model was so inordinately difficult that, like, I possibly lacked the skills to complete it efficiently. And you're thinking, but you complete it. I'm like, efficiently. And that is where I stay up at night. That's where I lose sleep. And that is where my girlfriend gets mad at me still talking about things that are over. So I'm actually receiving a message over on the side. Like, the moment that I'm discovered awake, work begins. Work begins. Someone's working and someone's noticing me working. And they're like, yo, work bros? Work bros. Let's work, bro. And that is, like, I'm telling you, that's part of what is changing. Like, there's a bit of stagnation happening, and I'm going to curtail that. I'm going to curtail that, and we're going to work, like, in a way that has never been done, at least with add-ons. Like, I come from a oil field, and just people were a little bit harder there, and you worked hard, and you were paid hard, and you got off work hard, and you left work hard, and you never came back to work hard, because you would do something called turning out, which is where you basically get paid and then go become a cocaine addict, because that is much easier and funner to do than becoming an oil field baron. But me personally, I'm into the oil field part. Like, when I was in the oil field, I was very into being the boss so lorde. All right. And when I used to have relationship problems, I would just go in and open the shop. That's how much power I had. Like, to be able to just open the shop and just work at 4 o'clock in the morning because you're a lunatic and you're mad at your woman because she may have had coitus, you know, with a roommate back in the day. You know, these are the type of problems I deal with outside of Blender. You know, not right now. My girlfriend is great. That's why I've stuck with her so long. I don't have the capacity to deal with human problems. Like, I'm just telling y'all, like, if you want to understand more about me, look, if I were being cheated on, I would never believe it. I would never believe it. I'd be like, word. And my questions wouldn't be the best questions. Like, I wouldn't be like, hey, you cheat on me? I'd be like, hey, what TV shows is he watching? Are you watching TV shows with him? Because if that's the case, yeah, we're gonna have to break up. Like, look, you're not allowed to watch TV shows with another man. Like, look, there's some lines you just can't cross. And hey, first of all, if you're with a different guy and he's watching The Simpsons, all right, and he's into The Simpsons, he's laughing at like an adolescent. Why are we not friends? Why am I not friends with this guy, dude? This guy sounds like he's awesome. All right. Hey, double back to joke about being a guy's guy. But no, I'm not. That's makes me sound of the LGBT variety, and I'm not. I'm totally not. I barely have human capacity. I barely have human capacity, and that's been like a big struggle with tools. Is that you got to be a little human to deal with humans, and I'm just not human. I'm like a space alien, a vulgarity, a spinning cannon of fuckery. All right. And as a result, no one who ever works with me has ever known me, and no one ever will know me who works with me because, you know, I'm a fairly private guy. Like, you're like, no, you're not. You spill all this stuff on video. I'm like, no. This stuff is just life vomit. Just normal. Because my life is normal. Like, you know what I'm most grateful for? Is just a normal life. Just a peaceful life where I don't have to deal with very weird scenarios. Like, I used to deal with some of the weirdest scenarios. If I told you guys, you wouldn't even believe them. Alright? Wouldn't even believe them. Because they make no sense for a person like me, a guy who you see modeling. But the things that happen in life, you know, I spend a lot of time thinking about them, and they impact my ability to finish a blend. You know, that's what it all comes down to. You're like, yo, what's MX talking about with all this stuff? Finishing a blend probably is psychosomatic and comes down to like human trauma. And I'm not saying I'm trying to fix that, but if you're in my proximity, if you meet me, you come up to me, dude, just know that I'm gonna ask you about modeling, and I'm gonna be possibly rejective if you're like, yo, I'm not into modeling. I'm gonna be like trying to religiously talk you into a little bit of modeling. Like, look, why'd you show up here, bro? Come on, we're modeling in here. Like, hey, look, I'll hang out with you a couple of times, but after a while, look, I'm gonna need some models out of you. Look, if I'm surrounded by people who are modeling very hard, let me tell you, this tool is going to become the greatest tool ever made, just by the rules of the mastermind, right? Like, you get a group of like-minded brains who are mutually agreeing on a particular outcome that no one's cantankerous or overcome with basically envy or greed or anything like that. And I believe that, you know, the result is something great. And over the course of these videos, I've tried to establish that, and I feel that, you know, those points were missed, and this 37-minute apology video will be missed because you're like, yo, MX is apologizing? What am I apologizing for? I'm apologizing for doing a boxy model, okay? And I truly do regret that, because my goal is to push the limits. Like, right now we're discussing, yo, what model would mess people up, bro? Like, what model would just, if people saw me modeling, they'd be like, why? And also, I need enough ref. Like, look, if I'm struggling with ref, that's a different level of entertainment. You're gonna have to pay my OnlyFans for me to basically model being screwed with no eyeglasses on. Just kidding. Illicit material joke. But yeah, I'll need to be paid for that. But I'm just joking. I want to provide fun material for you, the users, until y'all are telling me, hey, MX, go offline, and then I will happily go offline and be introverted and work in the shadows, and y'all will never see me again, because working in the shadows is safe, guys. It's so safe, and working in the shadows feels good. It's like drinking a chocolate milkshake, and I'm trying to not drink chocolate milkshakes anymore. They're making me fat, guys, and I don't want that. I want to be with the people, just like I was with Hard Ops. Like, at the beginning, I tried to be with the people, be among the people, be in the shit with the people, and of course I ended up with people being slightly discourteous, and it's been a life struggle to figure out how to deal with discourtesy, because people will get so ugly, and I'm just puzzled. I mean, I'm truly puzzled. I'm like, wow, do I fight this person now? You just beat up a person when they're so discourteous, and the answer is no, you do not. You never fight people, because the hand of man, I'm looking at my hand as I say this, is a beautiful invention. And to let it be used for violence is, to me, a great insult. You know, if we had a maker, hey, I would be mad about humans using their hands as rocks to hit each other. I'd be like, you made your hand into a rock. You know, if you put it in this formation, you can draw beautiful art. If you put it in this formation, you can make poetry. And, you know, that's how I look at hands. Like, I'm not like weird like that guy on It's Always Sunny who's like, hey, can you see my hands? No, I'm playing. That's funny. Or, you know, I think Trump is rumored to have small hands, or that's another hand level weirdness. I'm just making jokes here, all right? And if I get canceled over anything I say, that is a different type of funny. I mean, it's a funny that you guys don't want to basically feed into, all right? To be canceling people in 3D, in the apocalypse of 3D, guys, come on. We need to talk about how to strategically use these tools to save our families, to protect our lives. Like, I didn't have to even convince my buddies to get with the program with AI. They convinced me by just showing me how the songs can cheer you up on a dark day, and that really set it in motion for me. Like, also music was very saddening to me, just with the amount of musicians being caught in unscrupulous activities. Like, look, you can't make a banger and then go become a banger. Also, this mesh is a quad. All right, no, I'm saying that like a exasperated lunatic, but look, let's bring that in, and now we got rid of it. So analyzing, being analytical, but I need analyze to be even more. So we're just modeling casually, and this video, you do not have to watch it. I should have said that at the beginning. This is just a talk with everybody who's just using tools. Like, look, if you're wondering why I've done so many videos, it's because I am that excited about the tool. I told the team, I was like, listen, if I'm smiling when I'm talking about this tool, the look, I don't give a damn if you buy it. That's how confident I am in it, because everybody is going to bring their own version of this to the table, and their versions are going to be great, and they're going to be greater than mine. Fine. How do you plan for that? How do you plan for that? How do you plan for exceptionalism exception, like for people to surpass you? You can. It just requires a different type of plan. And I truly do believe in this product. Like, I believe in it so much that there's not an ounce of paranoia that can be given to me. And this is also a good place because I used to be tortured. You know, people would be like, yo, I'm making this, it's going to be just like you, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm like, oh, are you competition? And now it just doesn't matter. Like, look, if your tool lives for an extended period of time in this community, in this climate, with Blender being a freaking ray of sunshine, like through a magnifying glass, not a literal ray of sunshine, then, hey, you have my respect. You have my love, you have my adoration, and I wouldn't mind playing Smash Bros with you and sending you a free game on Steam and just hanging out, bro. Like, I do regret all the hostility that I formerly had with people, like in this field, because I was kind of a cat about things. Like, if you were competing with me, I just didn't want to mess with you because, you know, rivalries spawn weirdness, and with add-ons, they did in the greatest way. Just rivalries, weirdness, like, it's just life. And that is the most interesting part of tools to me, is just the ecosystem and the people that have come about as personalities, as people just contributing to the scene. And you know what I talk about the most? Like, when I'm talking to just people that are just on the level with me, just, hey, what's on your mind, Max? Those people, I'm like, yo, blend preservation. Let's preserve Blender's history. But not just the history of Blender, because Blender preserves its history pretty damn good to me. I want to preserve the history of add-ons, and you know, that sounds stupid. You're like, add-ons? But I'm like, no, hear me out. Not just add-ons, but like the packs of decals. Like, it would be the craziest version, like a historical version of Blender that's able to just use like all the packs of time and take you back and allow you to work in all these different styles of the past. Like, I'll never be able to explain it correctly, but it's just something I daydream about, and I see it happening for Blender. I see an emulation, this great revolution where basically consoles are being released that are basically super illegal, but they have such potential for game preservation, because I think they're seeing a hole in game preservation with the way that ROM sites are being taken out, entire histories are being lost, and because it's related to like piracy and video games, it's just completely taboo, where no one takes it seriously. So I solved this casually. This means I need you to solve this casually. I need you to get in and solve this mesh, like for fun, like closer than a friend. You should be able to solve this mesh. Like, we are just talking and having fun this morning, assuming that no one's watching this. Who cares? What will happen is someone will watch, who cares, then they will get butthurt. And that's fine. I never can please anyone. Hey, that's my wife joke, but look, I should stop saying that before someone comes and literally, what's the word, cocks me. I don't want that. Listen, my goal is to please the customer. And if you are sending me emails saying, yo, this would make my journey to Blender feel so good after 5 o'clock, or even just in general, but hey, after 5 o'clock, when you're having a few drinks, I got you. I'm trying to make that version of Blender that you can enjoy after hours. Like, yo, what you doing at the end of the day? You done you're done modeling, huh? Not me. I got work to do. So let's jump up to QTanker. And QTanker is fun because it's a build your own topology toolkit. And really, I haven't got the time lately to jump in and disable inflow and make an all new preset, all different preset, and then bring in a preset. Let's draw and bring in draw vertices. And this part scares people. People are like, yo, I don't want to use the tool because you made your own tool in the tool. And I get you. But look, let's just get in here and just drop points on the mesh. Like, I'm just showing really how you can assemble your own tool inside a tool. So now we have draw vertices on control and nothing, right? So now we want to make a new behavior. We want to take suggest polygon, and we want to take suggest polygon, and we want to put it on shift and nothing. So now when we hover over it, we are bringing this in. So I want the color to be special. Let's go with white, as if we really got very far in Super Mario and the level has just turned white. I think that's like 7-3 in Mario 1, right? Like the level's white, or like 3-2, or no, I'm forgetting the names. Like, it's probably like 5-2. I'll have to double check and play. Know my Mario. All right, can't be going on video screwing up. But look, we're just setting up our faces, and we see that once we set this up, that nothing really happened as far as putting us in retopology mode. Now, the level that I care about these tools, you should be able to go in here and choose enable retopology overlay. So that means the moment that I suggest retopology overlay enabled, this means nothing to you because this is just a micro thing. Like, this is so small, it is insignificant to you. But to me, I will lose sleep, I will get very angry, I will get very stressed, and I will ask for 1,000,000 times until I have it to be able to do certain things. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm going to work for you. Like, I'm almost a tool lobbyist. Like, imagine I go to the government and I ask them to, hey, these are the tools that the people want. That is like my job. So we're going to set this to edge. And now when I hover over an edge, we can just extrude. We can just, and we want to grab this vert, right? Like, instead of extruding everything, we want to be able to grab this vert. So I'm going to add another one, and we're going to choose move geometry. We're going to put that on vert. So now I can move this, and Apple's going to jump on my computer desk because this little cat is a monster, guys. She started off as a cute little scamp, guys. She was scared of me. She was so anyways, back to this tutorial. Inflow snapping, we're going to enable rails. Like, I love rails. Like, instead of vert, we're just going to enable rails. Like, I call it riding the rails. Like, this is going to be a system going forward in topology that I want to expand on in a insane autistic level. Like, in fact, everybody I meet, they're like, yo, bro, you are on the spectrum. I'm like, stop. Because first of all, I don't care. Second of all, hey, diagnose me when I'm dead. So we are going to select this edge. We're going to extrude it, and I'm just pressing control, and I just tap control, and basically we are riding the rails, but you're not able to see it because I have two things selected. So we're just going to merge that, and we are going to just extrude here, and by tapping control, we're just jumping into that state. And you can see it at the bottom, like whenever I'm moving this, you can see in the bottom left corner it says left control snap. That's us switching from our snap to Blender snap. And really, I want to indicate this more clearly. And this was a large discussion prior to the tool coming up. They're like, dude, is this even that important? I'm like, dude, it is hella important to know what snapping is taking over. If I'm using Blender snap or not, it's very important. So right here, I'm extruding edges, but I want to extrude the entire edge. So we're going to go under extrude edges. We're going to enable edge loop. Now we can extrude edges, we can extrude edge loop. We just want to extrude the edge loop, we're extruding it across to the other side. Like, we're just making our own topo tool just in action. So I'm pressing Alt X, we're going to mirror it using bisect, and then we're going to enable the mirror to exist. Now we want to probably put a loop cut here and maybe here just so we get the roundness down. So what we want to do is add another one, and this time we'll use loop cut. We made our own loop cut, which I could talk for hours about why it is our own loop cut. We comrades, just playing. But we created our own loop cut just for improving with retopology. And right now it's early, but the party's just getting started. So we're going to just hold control over edge, and now we have a loop cut. We have a loop cut. We have a flow analysis loop cut, and I think Apple's meowing. Apple, it's 8:44. You time cat. Oh my God, she knew it was 9 o'clock, guys. I'm selling this cat. Just kidding. I will never sell this cat. What? Apple, she's just... Apple, you stop. You're making me look bad. Look, she's supposed to eat in 15 minutes, and she's addicted to the cat candy. Like, I found out that Fancy Feast is like candy for cats. So we're filling this in, and this part I thought was a double. Let's pretend it was a double. You know, we didn't double it like I wanted to create a problem. Hey, you know what keeps me up at night? Holographic selection, making that. I hate that you can use edge loop to create a partial, inadequate holographic selection. That's what I call it whenever the hollow system, like the hollow system, I call it just the holographic system. It's the hollow system to me. I hate it when you can use the hollow system to grab the selection. Like, I would nuke that ability from orbit. This is what I lose sleep over, you know. And hey, you can have a 12-minute video where someone explains to you the most basic version of the pitch of this tool, but I'm trying to give you the full disclosure. So love me, hate me, buy the tool, don't buy the tool, doesn't matter, because hey, the next update you're gonna wish you had, and the next update after that you're gonna really wish you had. And you know what you're really gonna wish is that Blender just annihilates us, because I'm gonna make the greatest. I'm gonna go for the greatest. I'm gonna go for the gold. And I have confidence only because, like I say, you know, if you got strong Python, weak money, dude, hey, let's talk about plans, guys. Let's talk about plans. But hey, if you got problems, all right, I can't deal with that. I cannot, like, because we have constituents and we have like a obligation to make this tool great, and that part is not easy. It's not easy. And if I spend all my time trying to please people who are being offended interpersonally, I will never get there. So we have this mesh, we're getting far ahead. We also have some doubles that we want to merge, but they're not the doubles that you think. Half of them are mirror clones from the other side based on the mirror. So for us to continue this, I want to add in relax. Like, now that relax is here, we can put this under shift and we can put this under face. And what that means is that whenever I click and hold, we are now just relaxing the geo and just smoothing it out. You know, we can also do the rails in the middle too, but having shrink wrap withdraw from the middle via smoothing has shown to be detrimental to keeping the form. So for that reason, we have relax default to inner, but you can change it to all, and when you use it with all, it'll just suck up like a coin purse. So we don't want that. And I'm just having fun here. I'm just showing how I model. Like, just, you know, we're just going through the examples, just having fun with inflow. So, and insolve. Just showing you how the tools are used, how they're meant to be used, and how I use them. How I just wake up and I'm solving, hyper solving day and night. And this video went on longer. So if you're complaining, hey MX, the video length is terrible, think about what I'm showing you. I'm showing you the tool in its entirety. If you want someone else to show you the tool, look, if you want someone else to show you the tool, I have those videos on the sales page. I will have those on the sales page, but I am going to do things in the style that I'm trying to do them in. And it's not to tell you, oh, go buy this tool, go buy this tool. I mean, go buy this tool if you want to buy this tool. But look, if you're not into solving, if you're not into topology, then this isn't going to be a tool for you. But we are going to have it doing some rather interesting things. So I mean, topology isn't where it starts or ends. It's just our first adventure. You know, there might come a time when we need to basically cross over into another multiverse in order to accomplish certain things. And with that, we're just creating a vessel, our Genova, that Sephiroth can ride across the galaxy in order to conquer planets. I mean, he got killed by Cloud, so that's not really the best example, but still, we are just riding the rails, and riding the rails is just my favorite thing. But visually, I need it to be indicatable to the user, and that's what I see as a shortcoming. So here we're dropping vertices, and what I love is that I can just press Control and just activate snapping mode. So now I'm just dropping vertices directly on the rails, and that is just easy. And I'm not holding Control. That is the Blender way, holding Control. I'm not saying it's a bad way. I'm just saying I'm not look, Ma, no Control. And Ma's not looking because, as you know, if you watch me in my videos, no Ma. But we're just having fun here. We're just modeling, all right? Not trying to think about Ma's, just only thinking about modeling, all right? Until one day I'm on video crying, thinking about Ma, not playing. I think I lack the, I'm only nostalgic for artists. Like, I'm very nostalgic for artists. Like, a large part of my life is talking about people who are no longer with us. So I need to slide this over, and really, all I have for slide right now is, well, we have slide edges inside of inflow, and if we go ahead and just enable that, just regular, maybe with shift, we can get in here and just perform some slides. And get things moved over. And we also want to be able to slide on vert, so let's do slide, but we're going to use Blender slide. So vert slide, and we'll put that on shift and on points. And so from here we are just creating a system for setting ourselves up, just sliding things away, setting ourselves up. And so from here, what I want to do is grab only the first part of this and then slide it down, move over, slide, grab the rest, we slide it down, and notice how they are kind of congregating on the area here. We're working on a system right now to expand that, called drop off. And if it works out in Rake, it will possibly come over to this as a concept. But the differences between what was going on with hard ops and what is going to be going on with Insolve, I mean, I just can't describe it without putting myself down, and my inadequate style of management. But look, if you are worshipping the shrines, because so am I, for my life, all right, for my life, not for glory or for cocaine or for, no, I'm just kidding about the cocaine. All right, I gotta stop saying that so people don't get the wrong idea. I am literally afraid of most things, like, and because of that, I would tell a story that would reveal more information about me than it would about the relevant story, possibly indicating that I have autism, guys. But it doesn't matter, because I also have the modeling. Doesn't matter what mental illness I have, I'm modeling here. And when you're modeling, all is equal. I deal with so many different people, and in a way, like, my discussions with them are always often about, hey, how are you going to maximize yourself? Let's do collapse. We want to do collapse, but we also want to do collapse on control, and we want to do it on vert. So now when I hover over a vert, collapse, and we want to dissolve that. So we'll go ahead and just put dissolve, and we have dissolve inside of this tool. So if we want to dissolve that way, we can choose, I believe, dissolve. I'm probably misreading it, or erase. We want to erase, and we'll alt with edge, and now we've erased the geometry. And the only difference between our remove geometry and the other one is that we just try to keep it a little nicer, and also like to right click verts to jump into knife mode, because I want to knife, but I don't want to press K anymore. K is an early morning activity, and I have to feed this cat in 4 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up this video rapidly. If Apple comes back, she's not going to be mad. She's going to jump on my desk, and she's going to look me in the face and say, hey, you know. Listen, guys, my only goal is to feed my cat. I mean, also team members, but definitely my cat, because she doesn't understand, like, hey, people hate my add-ons, so you have to starve Apple, and that she just you know what she does? She looks at me and she meows. So from here, I want to basically do a connection here. So we could either go to knife, or we can bring in, once again, another command. So we see that we have control and shift and everything taken. So really at this point, we would create a secondary config. But this is also where the real questions begin, because what if we don't want to do that? What if we want to carry the party on? What if the party never stops? And we want to keep the party from stopping. So what does that mean? So we've basically retopoed this thing, and we're just having fun here. I mean, this isn't the best topo, obviously, but I just want to demonstrate, like, this is what inflow is. And so I went through the gauntlet. Like, casually, I went through 1, 2, skip that one because it's basic, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went through 6 levels of demonstration, and if that's worth nothing to you, if you're still thinking, hey, this video is too long, look, you got to get out of here, man, because this tool is about modeling for a long time. It's about modeling and keep modeling. Like, if you think if you're just going to get in and use it real quick and get out, hey, that's the elevator pitch. Is we're a tool for micro moments. The full pitch is we are a tool for the macro moments too, and we're going to keep expanding on that and what that means. But I just wanted to do a video just kind of thanking users, just expressing, like, hey, if you have suggestions, continue to drop them. Let me know, because every comment is taken seriously and at least is given consideration, and I'm not just going to just throw it away, just disregard it because of its source. I'm here for you. So let's talk. Let's get ready to plan for inflow round 2. I'm telling you, I'm looking at my clock, 15 days. The shop doors open, and I might not be doing videos every day, or I might be doing videos every day. But if I'm not, just know that in the shadows, we're cooking. We will be cooking, and we are going to cook ourselves a stew. And every update, the stew's just going to only get better and better and better. This is a joke to Carl Weathers in Arrested Development, like, you got yourself a stew going. So I'm just going to wrap up this video and thank you all for watching, and then I'm going to go, run, throw out my body, make it hurt real good. Then I'll get back to modeling, because if I hurt my body working out, I will model happily. Thank you for not having to run outside anymore. I will model all day. Please save me, Blender Daddy. Save me from having to jog. That's the whole thing about my exercising, is it makes me feel so good to get back to blend that I enjoy exercising, because it makes me blend, and it makes me hate exercising. Like, you know, once I have to do the sit-ups, I hate life. So I'm over talking. I'm going to feed my cats. Sorry for this long video. Thank you. And happy blending.
What does he pay you for murdering me? Tell Picker that I told him all that I know already. Tell him I want to live in peace, understand? There is no use to go on tormenting me. This all together. What does he pay you for murdering me? no use to go on tormenting me. Pay you for murdering me. That case of coins. Now that gold has disappeared, but if he'd listened, we could have avoided this altogether.
Through. Put those clothes on. Why? We're going for a ride. Where? To find $200,000. I know the name of the cemetery now. And you know the name of the grave. That's what I thought. Not that you're any tougher than Tuco, but you're smart enough to know that talking won't save you. changed partners, but you still got the same deal. I'm not greedy, I'm only taking half. There's two of us. Should make it easy for just one.